Hi guys, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to another video on my channel today. And in today's video, guys, as you can see, my background has changed. As a matter of fact, I kind of put all my Funkos and stuff into that shelf back there. It looks kind of cool. And yeah, so I moved all my Funkos to my shelf, and I still have a couple right there. So yes, my background here has changed, as a matter of fact. But so yeah, guys, but with that out of the way, in today's video, guys, I just finished up watching another horror franchise. So now it's time to stop and rank. I'm going to stop and rank all 5 Psycho movies from worst to best, as a matter of fact. And if you guys like these movies, let me know down in the comment section, and let me know your ranking down below in the comment section as well. But with that said, though, guys, be sure you hit that like button as well as that red subscribe button, but most importantly, make sure you press that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And those of you guys that are new to the channel, I do more than just movies and TV. I also do Lego related stuff. And I play video games, and I do haul and unboxing videos. I do all sorts of stuff like that here on my channel. So if you guys like to watch anything like that on YouTube and want to show your support, be sure to go check out my channel, because there will definitely be something in there for you to enjoy, as a matter of fact. But with all that out of the way, guys, enjoy the video. Let's get started. Alright, so coming in last place for me personally, I actually think all of these movies are pretty good. I don't actually think there is a single bad movie in the bunch. But for me, easily coming in the last place, though, I have to agree with all of the Psycho fans, is going to be the Psycho remake from 1998. So now, I just said that I don't think there is a bad movie in the bunch, but this one's probably my least favorite because it's kind of just like a shot-for-shot remake, and there's only 2 people that die in this movie, just like in the original one, and they are the exact 2 same characters that Norman Bates kills, as a matter of fact. And I feel like what would have made this movie more entertaining is that if it had a little bit of a higher body count as well. I feel like that would have made this movie better, in my personal opinion. And honestly, I think Vince Vaughn does a great performance as Norman Bates. I mean, nobody can play this character better than Anthony Perkins, but for me, I didn't mind Vince Vaughn as Norman Bates. William H. Macy does a good job in this movie as well, and same thing with Julianne Moore. But yeah, so this is a good movie overall, but it's not. But it's easily my least favorite, just because I feel like out of any other Psycho movie, this was the one that needed a little bit of improvement, as a matter of fact. At number 4 now, I'm going to go with Psycho 3. So now, this one had potential to be almost as good as the first 2. And with this movie in particular, it kind of feels like a direct rehash of the first 2 movies. And to be honest, that's one thing I hate about the third movie in a franchise, because the first 2 are good, but then the third one's good, but it's not as good, because it just feels like it rehashed the first 2. Because in this one, obviously, you have Norman Bates finding a girl and having you have Norman Bates luring somebody into the motel, just like in the original one. And then in the second one, same thing with another person. He finds a girl on the street or something, and he allows her to stay at his motel, as a matter of fact. So yeah, it kind of feels like a rehash of that movie. I do like how this movie opens up. I actually think that this opening is completely different compared to all the other openings in the franchise, because in this movie in particular, the girl that gets left on the side of the highway used to be a nun, and then one of the nuns in her group actually committed suicide, and a lot of people thought she had to do with it, so they fired her. So she was no longer a nun, and then eventually she just ended up at the Bates Motel, as a matter of fact. So yeah, this movie's good as well, but it's not nearly as good because it just feels like a rehash of the first two movies, in my personal opinion. Next up, at number 3, I'm gonna go with Psycho 4: The Beginning. So now, I was actually kind of surprised a little bit on how much I liked this movie. I actually was surprised on how much I liked this one, because with this movie in particular, I thought it was just going to go all the way back. Since it's called Psycho 4: The Beginning, I thought it was just going to go all the way back to the very first movie, and then that was just going to be retreaded in this movie as well. I expected this one to be in last place before I even watched it. So my expectations for this movie were like really low. But honestly, I didn't hate it like I thought I was. I actually thought that this was a pretty darn good sequel, and this probably has a little bit of a different concept compared to the first three, because I really like what this movie did and accomplished, because this movie serves as a prequel and a sequel in the Psycho franchise. So we have Norman Bates living out his normal average day life during the present day, and then we find out that he's married and his wife is pregnant as well. But then we also get but then the whole prequel premise actually takes place before the original movie that came out in 1960, and this movie and what they delivered was very good. The reason why it's called Psycho 4: The Beginning is because we get Norman's whole backstory. Like I like how they explain like more of his trauma and why he was causing to go crazy and stuff like that, and it's because his mom mistreated him, and his stepfather was also kind of a jerk to him, and the reason why he went crazy was because his mom's soul was still there, traumatizing him, as a matter of fact. And this movie actually wraps up the franchise really, really well, and because of that, what Norman does, he burns his house down, that we see right next to the motel, because his mom's soul and his stepfather's soul is still buried in there, is still in there. So he burns the house down to get rid of their souls. But then he mentions, "I'm free," because he no longer has anything having to do with his mom to traumatize him. And I do like how he's part of like a podcast sort of scenario, so he can like tell these people that are making a podcast and they're about what happened during his childhood, as a matter of fact. I thought that was pretty cool as well, as a matter of fact. But up next at number 2, my runner-up, I'm going to go with Psycho 2. So now I know some people would probably put this one over the first one, but I will say this. I like how they followed up the sequel. I like how they followed up the first Psycho with a really good sequel. And with this movie, I actually thought it was a pretty good sequel. Like I said, I like his whole relationship with the girl in this movie. I can't remember her name, but I like the whole relationship between the two of them. And this is a good movie overall, as a matter of fact. I don't want to give anything else away, guys, because I want you guys to go watch this franchise for yourself. But there's a really good twist that happens at the very end of this movie, and it's a little bit shocking in my opinion. So yeah, this is a good sequel overall, but for me, easily coming in the first place is going to be the original Psycho from 1960, as a matter of fact, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. So now for a black and white movie, this was pretty darn good for its time. I don't watch a whole lot of black and white movies, but this one I really enjoyed. I thought this movie was very well done for its time, and if you guys have never seen this movie, I would recommend you watch it, and also watch all of the follow-ups, because all the follow-ups are really good too as well. So yeah, this is a good movie overall. There's lots of things to name off here. There's lots of things to name on what makes this movie so iconic. It's directed by Alfred Hitchcock. It brought in a new famous movie serial killer, Norman Bates, and I like the concept of having like a serial killer grow up in a house right next to a motel that he also owns as well. So yeah, I enjoy that concept. And yes, this is a great movie overall. It's probably an all-timer when it came out as well, as a matter of fact. But so yeah, guys, this one easily comes in the first place in my ranking. So there you have it, guys. There's my ranking of all five. Not, I almost said six for a second. All five Psycho movies from worst to best, as a matter of fact. I thought this was a good franchise overall, and if you guys have never seen any of these movies, I would highly recommend it, because these movies are pretty darn good, as a matter of fact. But so yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up this video, as a matter of fact. Be sure you hit that like button as well as that red subscribe button, but most importantly, make sure you press that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And those of you guys, and without any further ado, guys, I'm going to go get running back to more videos, because more videos are on the way, sooner rather than later, as a matter of fact, guys. But with all that being said, though, guys, take care, drink water, and stay safe, and I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!